Hello, welcome back to RL Talk. We are back from our festive break.
Hello. We are very sorry that we didn't post for the last few weeks. There's just Rocket League, nothing has been happening. Me and just think it'd been a Christmas special episode, maybe, possibly, but we never got round to doing it. So we're sorry for not telling you.
As you can tell by the title, we are just reviewing the season 8.
Yeah, because just overall,
reviewing it because we've got nothing better to do.
You had to do a video, so we couldn't leave you waiting for a video until for another nearly a month when RLCS S8 starts. So we're gonna have to do the full review if you haven't already done it.
So I will say we have a month to wait until our next RLCS action.
4 days until the week 1 matches. Obviously, we haven't gone ahead to see the fixtures first, but we'll manage to get them in the next few weeks.
Yeah, so something that you might have heard.
And also, North America and EU, there'll be 10 teams, if you didn't already know. You should already know, if you keep up with RLCS.
Something that you might have heard, which has actually sparked quite a lot of controversy recently, is that Scrub Killer has his contract at Renault Vitality has expired, and he hasn't announced where he's going for next season, but he says he has another team. So that is quite interesting, and that sparked quite a lot of controversy because people are quite confused as to why they haven't signed a new contract with him. I don't know myself. Not a lot of people know.
Is a lot has left. Mouse. And Alpha 54 has left as well. TSM. So being honest, moving on, I didn't even know Scrub to the left. That's well surprised me.
Yeah, but that's not what we're here for this episode. More on that on the next coming up episodes as we count down to season 9.
I went to go over roster changes.
But yeah, that'll be coming more as we lead up to season 9. But
we'll probably try to get a week out every video before RLCS, and we'll go back to 2 videos every week.
We are here to review season 8. So let's jump right into it with EU.
Yes.
In EU, in the 2 teams that went to the relegation tournament were TSM and Complexity. Complexity ended up getting relegated, whilst TSM did not.
But still, even though TSM didn't lose, as we'll go over later, not later in this episode, in a few weeks, one of TSM members still left, meaning that they weren't happy with the performance. And one of them, even though Mouse did pretty well, even Mouse still left. Someone from Mouse, obviously that's not over. But pretty surprised them.
The rest?
And yeah, completely, he made votes, came 8th. But when we go to North America, it's pretty interesting.
So in regionals, the regionals that competed with Barcelona, Dignitas, Mouse, Vitality, Veloce and Reciprocity, Barcelona fell victim to a reverse sweep from Dignitas. Mouse got absolutely wrecked by Renault Vitality, and then Dignitas beat Mouse to put them through, with Renault Vitality also joining Reciprocity and Veloce in Worlds, as you should know.
And then in upper bracket, in the semi-finals, as Renault Vitality with Veloce, Renault Vitality nearly lost to reverse sweep. In game 7, they won 2-1, so the reverse sweep was not complete, and they made it to the grand finals of the EU playoffs. Then we go back onto the lower bracket. Again, another 7-game series. This one going in favour of Reciprocity, but this one she fell hard. There were 4 overtimes, and Reciprocity just happened to win 3 of them.
So making it to Worlds from Europe was Reciprocity, Vitality, Veloce and Dig in that seeding order.
But who would get first place? Obviously it's going to be Reciprocity. 4-0 sweep against Mana Vitality. Maybe Reciprocity would have won, probably not sweep though. And if we go to the awards, I don't think anyone expected. Barcelona had a person every single one of the categories. They came first in 3 of the categories, they came third in 1 of the categories. They had Bluey, Steve for the Golden Dragonhead, 183 and Bluey. Clutch Playmaker, Bluey and Devo. Save of Season, Bluey. And regular season MVP, Bluey again. Bluey's done a lot this season for this team. Even though this doesn't even make plan. But it did well.
On the other side of the pond, aka North America, the two teams that didn't end up getting relegated but did go to promotion playoffs were Cloud9 and G2. Excuse me, what?
Are you sure about that? I didn't hear that, you know, like, I don't think it's possible. Are you lying or something?
No, Joyce, in fact, I am not. Cloud9 and G2 did go down to the promotion playoffs. For whichever reason, I have no idea why.
G2, being honest, they probably could have even made it to 4th or 3rd. It's just, in the last week, they lost 2 5-game series. Both, they nearly did a reverse. Against Space Station, they were 2-1 up, and then Space Station won at overtime and smashed G2, nearly resilling them, not quite 6-1 in the 5th game. And it was Cloud9 who needed to win to stay up. Cloud9 won in Game 5 and ultimately sent down G2 to the promotion playoffs. But even Cloud9, that we lost to Rogue, a surprising loss to Rogue, you could say earlier, still went down as well. Another fun thing, NRG nearly made a perfect season, but they lost to Rogue. Rogue? Excuse me? I'm not sure about that. Rogue were, in the first week, they were last. In the second week, they were last. In the third week, they were last. In the fourth week, they were last. And then penultimate week, they somehow just hopped Cloud9 and G2. And they come 6th. And then let's look at G2. G2 was second. Cloud9 was second. Then they dropped down. They both dropped down to 4th and 5th when Cloud9 lost to Pittsburgh Knights and G2 lost to NRG. Then they went up again. Cloud9 did. And Cloud9 went down to 7th to the promotion playoffs. And G2 went 4th. Then G2 went down to 5th. And Cloud9 went down to stay in 7th. And Cloud9 stayed in 7th. But G2 went down 3 spaces to 8th. I don't really like to say that, but because as I'm a G2 supporter, but very surprising in North America. I do say.
In the regionals, United beat Kenovi's side, who ended up watching LAN and jumping on his bed when a certain team won. United then had to.
And then another back and forth series. You know how they had to play Ghost James? Ghost had to play Pittsburgh Knights. And both series, they were very... James, both series, you can probably agree they were very unlucky.
Yes, indeed, James. They were.
They were both times Rogue got on Ghost, but on the wrong side of a 7-game thriller. They lost 4-3 to Pittsburgh Knights and lose 4-3 to E United, and they're out. And they came 5th, 1 spot short of LAN.
In the 2 semi-finals, both ended 4-2 in favour of Pittsburgh Knights and NRG over E United and Space Station. And then in the final, we had another sweep for NRG, which left it with NRG, NRG, Pittsburgh Knights, Space Station, and E United going to LAN.
Like, you know how Barcelona got quite a few people. G2 got quite a few people. They got 3 people. But they got Clutch Playmaker. Well, they got second and third Clutch Playmaker and third in Golden Striker. Even though they was in the promotion, even though they had the promotion playoffs and were last.
Now, so over the pond from North America, we had OCE. Now, OCE, people would say that it's a bit irrelevant. But in OCE, there's only 2 teams that make it to LAN, so that's why people say it might be a bit irrelevant. In the regionals, we had Renegades, Chiefs, Ground Zero, and Canberra Havoc all making it,
Yeah.
with Ground Zero and Chiefs losing to Renegades and Canberra Havoc in the first round. Ground Zero then got
Yep.
swept by Chiefs.
Pretty good for Chiefs.
Renegades beat Canberra Havoc to send them down to the losers final to play Chiefs.
And they won the 7 game. I feel so bad for Chiefs, especially CJC ago. Last season, the season before this season, against I think it was Ground Zero. Well, then before I think it was Out of Order. They lost in the 7 game thriller, I think in overtime, and now they've lost in the 7 game thriller again, and they don't make it to LAN for the second season running. I just feel so bad for them.
Renegades then beat Canberra Havoc 4-1 to take first seed.
And a pretty big scoring as well. Canberra Havoc got the first game, but then 5-1, 3-1, not as high score, 4-2, and then 9-1, 9-1. Huge.
Back to North America, but going a bit more south this time. We had the South American region.
Could have just said back to the Americas.
Back to the Americans. Yeah. We had South America with surprise team, the Three Sins, making a run from
quite a few changes. I remember someone made a list on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, of all the roster changes in South America. It was on like an A3 piece of paper, and you could not read it. It was so muddled up.
It was just too confusing.
Yeah, literally every team probably made one roster change at least.
But surprise team of the regionals was the Three Spins, who ended up taking the first seed into LAN over beating Loki in the grand final. I said in my predictions, I thought Three Spins were going to do well. I don't think they're going to do as well as they do, but I thought it was going to do pretty good. I thought they could have had a chance to make it to LAN, but they did make it to LAN. I didn't predict them, I put them to third. But I did good, I expected them to be good, but better than I thought. I'm much better than you thought, James. Yes.
So let's go
in Madrid, the home of Real Madrid, the football team. We had LAN.
Okay.
We had the 4 teams from North America and Europe, 2 from South America, and in LAN. We've already done one about this a couple of weeks ago, which you should have watched by now. But
we shouldn't go over all of it, but I'll just like overview. Well, short overview. We had the first game on day 3 as Space Station vs Veloci. Space Station 3 passed them 4-1, with Veloci taking the first game. And when they won that game, it meant that there would be an American team in the final, as it was Space Station vs NRG. When Renal Vitality but we picked the night 4-2. It was also there's going to be an EU team in the final. And what a seriously Dignitas from Renal Vitality. I kind of wanted Dignitas to win, but I'm happy Renal Vitality did. And then NRG vs Space Station game in City. Although Space Station won 7-3, they could have turned it around. But then in the finals, it was the finals we asked for. It was on day 2, James. We got the first of the case of NRG vs Renal Vitality, where NRG won in 5, and NRG win in 7 again with 2 overtimes, both in NRG's favour. Could have went either way. And what a game! Traded so many shots. And I could just say well done to Turbo, the 4-time world champ. And he was probably the MVP. He got world champ MVP, and I probably really couldn't disagree. Obviously, well done to Garrett G. He has been in RCS for 8 seasons, and you finally got your award.
Yeah, as I've said before, and I repeat it again. Congratulations to NRG. Like, they thoroughly deserve this, and I hope there's a couple more to come from them, if I'm honest. But
yeah, and I hope for a better RCS next season. Hopefully, GC make it and Cloud9 maybe, and I hope hope for next season would be from North America. Let's just do this now. And I hope we can do it for real predictions. It's NRG, G2, Cloud9, and Space Station Gaming from North America. Probably Reciprocity, Vitality, uh, oh, Mouse probably, and not Veloce, Barcelona. Then from from Oceania, I just want CJ from whatever he's on, maybe Chiefs probably, and Renegades. And from the South America region, I want the three Sins, probably low key again, or maybe Ints, probably low key. Now it's down to you, James. This just we weren't meant to do this, but I just add it in
In
anyway.
North America, I would like NRG, NRG Space Station, G2, and Ghost. Then yeah, I don't want Cloud9 in. EU, I would say Reciprocity, Vitality, Mouse, and probably TSM possibly.
Oh, I said Boston, you said TSM. Okay, good. And then
OCE, Chiefs, and Renegades. Then South America, I would like the Three Sins, Lotus.
Oh, Lotus and low key. Okay, well that's it. It's a pretty long, midish long, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's a word. But yeah, wasn't it a short one? That's for sure. So we'll see you hopefully in a week's time, because we're doing weekly now, not 2 a week, because there's nothing to go on about really. Unless RCS, until RCS comes around the corner, which it is coming around the corner. And then the 2 weeks before RCS, we'll probably do roster changes, or 1 week before RCS, and then a couple days before, we'll do our first week predictions. And what's new, the new format, well not format, new team, whatever's happening. Yeah.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and me and Josh will see you sometime next week for the next episode.
We hope to have many videos in the future. And goodbye. Bye. 529,500 US dollars up for grabs. Split between the 12 teams. Yeah.
Out of the 4 teams that came 9th to 12th, we had 3 from OCE in South America, with the only exception being E United. Surprise of probably the whole tournament was Reciprocity not making day 3, along with Renegades, which wasn't as much as a surprise. But Reciprocity knocked down to the losers bracket after a lost Space Station earlier in the weekend. Lost Pittsburgh Knights in the final to make day 3.
But another thing is, South America got the first win against Veloce, the new team up, because they're lucky to get up because of the travel drama. But well done, South America, get your first one at LAN. And soon, I hope there'll be many more to come.
On day 3, we had our 6 teams, 3 from NA, 3 from EU. We had Pittsburgh Knights, NRG Space Station from NA, and Veloce, Dignitas, and Renault Vitality from EU.
Gets involved, and Metzenaris made this whole thing happen.
You are absolutely correct. I mean, he was dead to rights to that ball. They had them both beat, but he didn't even think about it. He's like, we got to make this block.
18 seconds remaining to tie game. Overtime looming. Devo off the ceiling, dangerous to work with. The wheels for the double tap. Back out of the box, and Roniki's there to finish it. FCB's feeling hot right now.
Surprise, surprise, TSM goaltenders. You weren't expecting that one to kick straight down. Alpha, I mean, he was ready. He's like,
There's not going to be enough time to get it out and get 2 goals. That will be Barcelona with the sweep.
He stole it.
And they'll get one for the road. Well, let's just take that away. Bluey's trying to pad his stats here.
Oh, what a rude dude. I mean,
what we saw today on week 2 of EU RLCS. It was a crazy day. We started off really with I think just confusion.
It's anyone's game for that third place. Right now, Veloce holds it. We think we know our top 2.